So, Enrique.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what you've been doing with your life.
Nothing, sadly, because I'm just sad and lonely, just like any teen or young person in this generation.
That's upbuilding.
Yes.
So you have no great insights.
No, sadly, no.
So since being locked,
No.
sequestered for 9 months.
Yeah, I haven't been really affected by this like lockdown or anything, to be all honest.
You have a mustache.
Yes, but I've always had a mustache.
Incredible sideburns.
Yes. And we already knew that from a very young age.
If you were stuck in a castle atop,
Yes.
you could weave your sideburns down to let the hero rescue you.
He was bored with sideburns. He'd come out.
With epic pork chops.
Like I already had like a full set of hair
Oh,
and a mustache.
I don't miss you at all.
Welcome to the Board Game Snobs podcast. Critically harsh reviews with a touch of class.
Go.
Hello, snobs and snoblets. It's me, Enrique. And welcome back to Board Game Snobs. And yeah, I'm back.
Bienvenidos.
Yeah, so you get to hear my wonderful and idiotic slurs and sentences. Huzzah!
That's an interesting tone you've adopted there.
I like this.
Is that your phone voice?
Phone voice. He sounds like he's a telemarketer for like television coming on saying, hello, would you like to, thank you for staying at Marriott Hotels.
All right, Jerry, I'll let you take
Just as understandable as well.
Yes, this is the Board Game Snobs, and unfortunately we've gotten back together. Briefly.
Oh, if only I had the rights to Slim Shady. Guess who's back?
Oh, God. Did
Back.
you already have to start with your, like, rap references?
Rap
Slim
references.
Shady,
Rap
yeah. That is
references.
a timely reference as always.
Oh, yes, it's very timely. And considering it's been 9 months since I've seen it,
Although all Enrique has been doing is eating M&Ms, so...
Yes.
he hasn't been doing anything.
Yes. Look at these flabby arms. It's almost flabby
I
as
wasn't
this
going to
thing.
say anything. Please put that down. Please put that down. So
You look like you've gained a few.
Yeah. I'm probably sure just like 195.
Are you trying to swap places with
No,
me?
I have been just a constant 195 so far. I don't know how.
don't be fat shaming him. That's rude.
Yeah, you don't fat shame here.
How dare I?
How dare you?
And we can't fat shame anyways. We can't have the SWJ on us.
Yes, the SWJs. Look at us. So, anyways, do you have banter, or can I move on to
How is it? Why is it always up to me? Like, do you not know how to banter unless I do it?
Okay, then.
Like, I mean, you just
there.
it's called just talking. You just talk, but like you act like you have nothing else to say. When most of the time I can't get you to shut up. So just talk, or do you have to go straight to a board game?
Just
Is that what you
sit there,
do?
Just sit there.
I've got stuff.
No,
I've got stuff.
No, I don't
I've
want
got
your
it.
stuff.
Oh well, you're gonna get it.
You sit there and just shut up. Me and Enrique can banter. Enrique.
I
yes.
didn't say,
Yes.
hey, I didn't say don't include
we
me.
can do this. We got
No,
this. Sit
I'm
over
just
there.
saying, you never come, unless it's a random podcast you prepare for, you don't come with anything. You just say, what do you got for us today?
I tell you what, you just sit back. Me and Enrique have this. We got the banner. Enrique.
I want to be involved.
I'll look at you.
No,
Enrique,
I'm looking at
You know
you.
this isn't going to
What
go
has
well.
What has happened to you during the past 9 months for which you
The
have been
past
absent?
9 months, huh?
What things have? What do you have you played?
As a 70s or 80s sitcom once said, what's happening?
And please, we have this. Enrique,
Hey,
I heard that you adopted some cats.
I did.
I believe it was multiple cats.
Yes.
One could say pussy galore. Like 8 or 9
don't
different
think you-
cats.
a lot
right?
of
No, I
them.
don't think
A
you can
lot
say
of
that.
cats.
Like, you have like 9 cats. You went from 0 to like 9 cats.
Yeah, like we have like 6 cats.
6 cats. What brought this on? And what are their names?
Well, our first cat.
Sounds like a catastrophe.
Next. Cat
Hold on.
names, please. Are these cat names good?
All right, yeah.
Top
yeah.
6
Okay,
cat
so
names.
we have the first cat is Gizmo, my little
Gizmo. I've met
like
Gizmo.
to say, yeah,
Oh, that
my
is
little
perfect.
Next.
Yeah, my little disabled cat with basically no vision whatsoever.
He's blind?
Basically.
You have a blind cat?
Yes.
Okay.
He's probably got cataracts.
And then
Continue, please.
and then the second gray cat, Bandit.
Catular degeneration. Bandit?
Yeah,
He's a cat burglar.
the one that your daughter
Oh, that's
named.
very clever of
Literally
you.
the one that...
Try to keep it together, Enrique. This is
Trying
pure
to.
banter.
And then we got orange cat named Azul.
Orange cat named Azul.
Yeah.
What in the world is wrong with you?
I didn't name the
Your
cat.
family's Hispanic, and you named an orange cat blue?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
And then we have
Props there.
And then we have another like small white cat,
Mm-hmm.
and her name is Zapato.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Okay, it's like
Mr. Zapato. Irrigato.
El Gato.
El Gato.
Go ahead.
And then we have another one called Janine.
That's your mom's name.
Yes.
G9,
And then
as I call her.
Yeah, and as soon as and she wants to get rid of the cat.
Why do you call
She's
her
been
that?
complaining about wanting
It's
to
just
get
a
rid
cool name. Well, one time when I was over at Enrique's house, I couldn't ever spell Janine for some reason, and so one day I just said, "What would your rapper name be?" And I said, "It's G9." I just like that.
Oh, I
great
got it.
name,
Yeah.
G9.
A G and a 9.
So I have taken this much. See, we've gotten quality banter out of just Enrique's cats.
That was, yeah, I
So
don't know.
I just want to illustrate.
I'm like looking at the two of you like, you got to be kidding me.
Just want to illustrate this. Just because you've got some ranker.com or some deal, you think that you're all hot. Now, we don't need you. We can
No, I'm trying to help you. Like I was just saying, just talk. Just talk to Enrique.
we can just
But
talk.
like we say hello, then you're like, all right, what do you got for us today? And I'm like, let me go to my notes.
I want to talk about why you
Let
went
me
on
go
another
to-
podcast and cheated on me.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
Me at Peloton.
Oh.
I want to talk about that.
Mita Peloton.
Next time.
Yanni.
Next time you go on some podcast, first off, two things. Number one, I'm offended that he didn't ask me to be on. Number two, that's just how I am.
Why don't be offended?
Because I'm the star of the show. Why would he ask you to be on? I wonder.
Because he needed a reliable
Well,
host.
technically, he's also star of the show too.
What do you mean? What was the term you used?
Star of the show too.
You're not
like
Shut up.
technically.
He's not the star of the show. He's the host. He punches buttons and makes fart jokes. I am the star. I'm the one's opinions that matters.
Yeah, but
This is great
Says
whiskey.
Very good. Very good.
You tell Yanni, your friend.
Yanni was a super nice guy. I enjoyed
from
doing that
Finland, Your
podcast.
friend from Finland. Is he from Finland?
Finland? They're very friendly in Finland.
That's where you got friend zoned. I think it was from Finland.
Yes, he's Finnish.
He talked for 2 hours about your feelings. You cried on Yanni's podcast about stuff. And then finally you pull up like some arbitrary list that doesn't make any sense. Best games to play according to music or some crap. I can't even remember.
I can't understand why he didn't ask you on.
I want those 2 hours of my life back, Gaby. I listened to your podcast so it at least get downloads in the tens.
That's offensive to Yanni.
Yanni. Yanni. That was a very...
Yanni, I'm sorry. And
Yanni.
yes, this is exactly why you're not on there.
Yanni, next time have somebody interesting.
I know how
with
to
a
be-
hairline on
wow.
your podcast.
No, you
Who's
didn't
got
have to go that far with the hairline.
Strong opinions.
Yeah. Strong opinions equals interesting.
Indeed.
Yes,
Indeed.
sure.
All right, now I'm ready for your ranker or best life ever banter generic stuff.
Oh, are you?
I'm ready.
Yes.
Enrique's going to carry it from here because I'm getting more.
Oh, no.
Oh no, you
no.
bumped your microphone. You made a jarring noise. It's almost like you're not a professional.
I am not getting paid.
Well, and we're also in a very small room with a big table.
That's true.
And a long
huge table.
jacket.
Yes.
Did you know
More whiskey.
that? I don't. You've had enough. I'm cutting you off.
Where did you even pull the bottle from?
You don't want to know.
Japanese centaur. Oh,
That's
first
a-
off, Troy Colesi. I think I said his name right.
Clohesi.
He sent me a bottle of gin, of rare dry Australian Four Pillars gin. I did not bring it over because I know you're not a gin drinker.
No, I like it in martinis. That's about it.
You're plant-based now. You're a vegetable.
I'm one big turnip.
You're just a kumquat. Anyways, I drank it. and it's good.
You drank the whole thing?
Maybe.
Right now?
Probably one of the best gins I've ever had.
Really?
Really?
Actually, it beat out, like my favorite cheap gin still is Prairie. But this Four Pillars in terms of gin, it beat out, what's the people who made the whiskey that I really like?
McCormick.
No. Anyways, long story short, one of the best gins I've ever had.
What's gin made of?
Juniper berries, I believe, from Jupiter.
Ooh.
I don't think that's correct, but we'll go with
Juniper in July.
Alright, let's get to your banter so we can get on to something important, please.
What do you mean?
Did you know the largest and heaviest turtle ever recorded was a leatherback that washed ashore?
You sure it wasn't?
Guess where it washed ashore at? The United Kingdom.
Oh, sure it wasn't Nickelback?
Just like a leatherback narwhal.
I set you up for that joke. I didn't even know it.
September 1988, after it drowned.
Oh, it drowned?
Wait, what?
Can turtles drown?
I guess it did. Maybe it grew tired?
And just gulped in water?
I
Turtles
guess
can't
so.
drown.
I'm going to see about that.
Google that.
They're amphibious. They're not fish. It doesn't have gills.
You're right.
It would have to surface.
I just realized that.
Maybe it's got its flipper caught in some seaweed or
And
something.
it drowned. That is tragic.
Or it had a heart attack out at sea.
This has upset me more than it should.
They say it was about 100 years old.
Oh, it was an old turtle.
Oh. Yeah, sounds right.
9 feet, 2,016 pounds.
Oh.
Can you imagine? That's like bigger than this table.
It's a big
That's a
turtle.
massive turtle.
That's a big turtle.
That would scare. What? Imagine. Of course, it drowned. It was too heavy to swim.
What's it doing in the water?
Weighed a ton.
Stay out of the water if you weigh a
What
ton.
are you doing? What are you doing with your life? That's a weirdly awesome.
Just go on. I'm tired of talking about friggin' turtles. I'm trying to support you in your subpar banter.
That's a shell of a big
This is the
turtle.
main course.
Now we can bring in all the Ninja Turtle puns they always use.
Ninja Turtle puns.
No, he's going to bring them in.
Shell of a good
Here he
time.
goes.
Oh, God.
Cowabunga.
It really bothered me. It really bothered me that the turtles... Did you remember that episode of Oprah where they had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on?
That
No,
seems
I did
disturbing.
not.
Okay,
That
so they
seems-
invited the actors that dressed up like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they also had the actress that was like April. If you YouTube it, it's very disturbing.
From what? From the like 90s?
The
Oh,
live
wow.
action 90s.
Ooh,
And one of them
prosthetics.
made a very off-putting joke regarding, it's worth your time. Oprah and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I'll have to check that out.
Google it.
So if we were the Ninja Turtles, who would we be?
I'd be the blue guy with the stick
That's
that's
Donatello.
purple.
because
Yeah,
it's
no.
purple.
Yeah, purple. There we
And
go.
I'm the smartest, and I like purple.
No, you think you're the smartest.
Because Leonardo has the sword, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leonardo's the dude with the sword.
And then we all...
Which is really the only weapon you need. Why would you have the little fork things nor nunchucks? Nunchucks are just an invitation for what? I'm going to hit you with a stick
Yes.
that happens to have a chain. Well, the other guy just has a stick, and the other guy has forks.
Bow staff.
Bow stab.
If Napoleon Dynamite can do it, Donatello can do it.
Anyway,
I'm Raphael
obviously.
Yes.
You're just
because
the,
I'm emotional.
We already know who I
you're
am.
the slime.
He's the ooze.
You're the actual...
Starring Enrique as the ooze. Harvested from his mustache. That's how we're playing. So speaking of Enrique,
Please.
Oh, yay.
and
Speaking of Enrique.
Speaking of Enrique, make sure we're not really bugging out here.
Oh, bug out.
We're playing a game. Enrique gets up from the table. There's some sort of white powdery substance all over the. What is this? A banner? What is this thing called?
The banister.
Banister.
So listen, that's not what that's called, but we'll call it that.
Banister.
Enrique, that white powdery substance. That's why we called you here. This is an intervention. Are you doing drugs?
No.
Are you
I
sure?
think it was the biscuits
I
he was
think
eating.
It would be cooler if you did.
Be a whole lot cooler if you did.
all right. No, not good drugs. Like, like...
What are
probably-
good drugs?
Like, like
Like
stuff like
marijuana?
antidepressant.
Yeah.
Oh,
Probably need some
okay.
antidepressants. You're getting
Prozac.
older.
You know, Jerry, you can move the mic. You don't have to stay still and lean your body over to the microphone.
No, that's his thing, though.
When you're drinking quality whiskey,
Sorry. Gotta lean. Put a lean on it.
You can come to the microphone. The microphone doesn't have to come to you.
Much like the bank with my car, you put a lean on it.
Oh, Corollas. Okay, next question.
Hey, bumper sticker, don't laugh, it's paid for.
Oh my
Go
god.
ahead.
Did you know the hashtag symbol? What it's actually called?
Pound sign.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh.
It's called the
Yeah,
umlaut.
got you.
I don't know.
Octothorpe.
Oh,
what?
A symbol.
Octothorpe. Shoot, shoot, shoot. All the lines come in from north and south, east and west.
I spilled my whiskey.
You've had too much.
Oh, no.
Did you get it on the table?
Nope, got it on
Okay,
myself.
okay, that's all that counts.
I would have slapped you.
On
if you got
my-
on
Octo for the 8 points.
Yes.
I don't know where Thorpe comes from.
Thorpe.
It's the sound it makes.
Thorpe.
Let me put this on here. Old Thorpe. Jim Thorpe? Maybe he invented it.
Could have been. There's 8 of them.
He's playing tic-tac-toe. What do we call this? I am Octothorpe.
What is a Thorpe?
I don't know.
Somebody email us, boardgamesnobs@gmail.com. Tell us what Thorpe is.
Oh,
What?
we got an email today
I need to read it.
saying the Board Game Snobs is the #1 gaming podcast in Botswana.
Thank you, Botswanans.
On Mita Peloton, when he posted about me being on the podcast,
I'm tired of hearing about it.
sorry, don't
I'm
be
looking
jealous.
up the email. I've got it. I can function.
Well, it's just the email from like those, the summations of pod stuff.
I've got it. I'm Google it. I'm capable.
One of his listeners from Instagram, it says Chrisette Indaba. It says, and Indaba means a gathering of people. This is his Instagram or their Instagram. I don't know who it is exactly, but it sounds like he listens to us. And it's very possible because apparently we're the #1 gaming podcast in Botswana. And this listener from Instagram is from Botswana and has a gaming club, a board game club in Botswana. Yeah, we're #1, baby.
Tyler responded. He said, "Happy Thanksgiving," and that he's not the Tyler that sent us Kemet. If I were
Is that Tyler from Chicagoland?
That's Tyler from Chicagoland. He's really glad that we. Oh, and he sent us a picture. Thank God he sent us a picture of himself and his wife and a baby. I'm assuming it's
Look
his
at
baby.
there.
Of a child.
So they're not Russian bots, all of our listeners.
No,
He's a real guy
he has
with
a respectable beard.
I wish I could grow a respectable
I grow a
beard.
nice beard. I like this picture. He did one of these pictures of a
Let me
newborn.
see.
See, there you go. Look at that. That's Tyler. I think that's
So
his,
is this Tyler from Chicagoland?
yes. I'm assuming that's his wife and their
Wow.
baby or significant other.
What
and
a
baby.
handsome couple.
That is a fine.
It's a handsome couple.
fine
That's the American dream right there.
It is
Handsome couple, pretty
To have
baby.
That beard.
He's holding that baby like a football.
He's bigger.
He's doing the Heisman pose.
Heisman pose with that baby. That's okay. That's a great picture.
That
I
is a
like
good
being able to
picture.
Picture people in my
I
mind's
do.
eye.
This is a nice picture. It's good.
You don't have to do it in your mind's eye. It's right there.
Here we go.
The mind's eye is no longer
Tyler
needed.
is glad that you approve of this picture.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. So, #1 in Botswana. Thank you, Botswana.
And-
if you are in Botswana and you listen to us, email us, please.
Please. I like Botswana, the game. It's a kid's game.
Never played it.
You've never played it, but it's made by Rainer Knizia.
Ooh.
It's a game that comes with its own
What's up, Doc?
It comes with its own plastic little animals, like giraffes and zebras, things normally found in Botswana. And then it teaches the children, because it's a family level game,
What would they make a game of filmed from Mercurton County?
meth and
Weed.
incest. But in Botswana,
How would that game play?
Well, we don't explain the mechanics of the game.
It's just a rondelle. Well, this is my boy, Rondell.
all right, first player is whoever has most teeth. Count your teeth. 4? Okay, John, you're the first player.
We're not time for a family reunion.
Ray, he's last. He ain't got no teeth. Man, this is good whiskey. This is the Suntory whiskey, the Taki Suntory whiskey. You've never had it, have you? It's good stuff.
It is very good. I like that it's very smooth and has just a hint of smokiness to it.
I like
much
the
like
hint of
a
smokiness.
scotch.
Much like somebody who's been close to a fire.
It's what it's like. Like I've been hanging around this campfire. Now I've brewed some whiskey. Enjoy. And I am. And Jerry is a lot.
I am really enjoying this because this is the
This is the best day of your life.
It's been 9 months since I've got to see Enrique's hairy face.
I know. It's
It's
crazy.
been many months since I've seen your bald, slightly slimmer self.
We're probably fixing to go back into lockdown.
Yes.
Oh,
we are.
yeah.
So
Because
we
Texas
thought-
doesn't
we thought we'd-
understand germs.
no. Oh my good. Don't get me started. But I will. I was in Walmart last night.
Oh, you were for Walmart? Please tell us.
Newsflash.
Wow.
So me and Gina go in there to pick up a few things.
Gina's your wife.
And I was going to make a Borat joke. So timely. Part 2 just has come out.
My wife.
My wife.
That would be
Literally,
rude. That would be very rude.
I would say
Funny,
Giuliani.
though.
more than 50% of people are not wearing masks.
No.
Yeah.
And of those possibly 50% that are, they're down on their chins, below their noses.
Chin masks.
Chin mask.
There's nothing worse than chin masks.
It makes me, I get irritated and angry if I think about it, and it just makes me angry.
Well,
The heretics.
Huh?
What? Enrique.
What?
Don't be calling people out. This podcast is about board gaming.
We have nothing to do with hairy ticks.
No.
Y'all keep those in Oklahoma.
That's how you get Lyme disease.
Don't bring them down here.
All right.
Yes, here's my boy, Harry Tick.
All he does, he likes that blood. What's your
Weird.
next topic? Do you have anything else you want to talk about before I move on?
Yes.
Oh, please. Please.
Did you
You can just see.
did you know the Greeks and Romans used to use crocodile dung as skincare?
Yes. They also used pig intestines. No, that was the Egyptians. I'm sorry. They used pig intestines for condoms.
Huh?
Fun fact.
How long were the intestines?
How long do you need them to be? So that's what pig intestines were used for.
Weird.
Weird. I don't know if that's true. I may have just repeated falsehoods, but I'm trying to dig deep to fire back
That
at you
just
with.
seems
Yeah, it's just they
unsanitary.
believed it was been. Oh, you think? Let me tell. Wait for him to get done. Wait. I got this zit I need to get rid of.
Maybe she's beautiful. Maybe it's crocodile dog. Get it? That's like the Maybelline. Oh, that was a good joke. If I would have timed it better. Unfortunately, I'm not good with timing. Anything else?
Let's see, where are we at? I'm done.
You're dung.
I'm done.
So, Enrique,
Yes, sir.
I'd like to talk to you about a game we just played.
Oh,
A game for which I knew you would love.
Is it a card game?
It's a card game.
Yeah.
And it's a game called
Yes, Queen.
Pax Pamir
Pax.
2nd edition.
Oh, yeah.
It's a game.
What happened to the first edition?
It came out and it was good, but then he revamped it a little bit, changed some things up, and then did some beautiful artwork, and then kickstarted it again, and there you
Yeah.
go, Pax Pamir 2nd edition.
Done.
Yes.
Crocodile. Your thoughts on Pax Pamir 2nd edition, sir?
That was good. Like,
How good?
good enough where I didn't understand
good enough,
when
he
we
says.
first started, but then as soon as we got more into it, into the later rounds, I
You blew us away almost until Gaby clutched it and
Oh,
probably
God.
won the, I would say, titular. What does titular mean? Look that up.
It's like included in the title. Like if the name of this, if my name was Board, your game name was Game, and Enrique's name was Snobs, we'd be the titular host because that's the title of our show.
I would say I'm just going to keep using titular wrong because I think in one of the titular moments of Gaby's board game
Quintessential.
life-
Say quintessential.
What does that mean? For some reason, I've lost. All
Why
my
are you?
vocabulary.
Well, I don't. Yeah, but you've got your
why.
hand in that pose.
This is Italian.
Bada boom, bada
I
bang.
think every time you actually put your hand like that, you're just trying to think of something. But you
Jerry
can't
has
figure it
his
out.
like all the tips of his fingers together with his thumb, and he's moving his hand to and fro.
Like I will
and,
try to merge my
I call-
hands together.
I call this the reverse duck. Anyways, Gaby beat us at Pax Pamir Second Edition.
It might be what is that? The pinnacle of my
the
board gaming
apex.
career. Apex
A
climax.
Brilliant move as Gaby climax to win Pax Pamir Second Edition. All right, so just my thoughts real quickly before I have to turn it over because I need more whiskey. Number one, Pax Pamir at 2 players is all right. Pax Pamir at solo is all right. Pax Pamir with 3 or more players, awesome. The end game of it is so interesting when you're having to decide which cards, whether or not to betray, whether or not to switch allegiances. Perhaps you've heard on our previous episode, we talked about it and we really liked it. I am doubling down on it. It is an awesome game. I think 2-player, 3 or more.
I can't imagine more.
I can imagine more.
It would just be like chaos.
You know
but
why
it would be
I can
great
imagine more?
chaos.
Because we're a proud member of the Gateway Network. The Gateway Network. When you want more, then you need to go to Wait a minute. Are we still part of that network?
If we haven't been kicked out yet.
Brian hasn't sent me an email lately. He may have been kicked out.
Brian of Gamecasters. Let's see. Oh wait, we're supposed to talk about other people in the. See, this is what happens. This is what happens. We're supposed to mention people. I don't know them. Meeple Mentor on YouTube.
I made fun of his wife.
What'd you say this time?
I can't remember. The one that doesn't speak.
Natalie.
The one we shouldn't speak of.
She who shall not be mentioned. But I just mentioned her.
And Jeff. I'll tell you what, Jeff.
El Jefe.
El Jefe. My name's Jeff. I don't like him one bit.
Oh my
How
God.
dare you?
Him and his pretentious Instagram, that mad
with
board
his
gamer
several
stuff,
thousand followers.
taking pictures of his
Look at him.
This is why we have other friends.
I'll tell you what, Jeff.
Exactly. I can't believe they're not having you on.
I know.
You just.
Numerous requests to be on the what's their Gamecasters?
Gamecasters.
And they won't let me cast on.
Superboard Sunday also there.
Those guys are yeah, whatever.
There's something like Friday night.
I can't
Lights?
remember of them. Friday Night Lights.
Yes.
Listen,
Watch that show. It's in the network. Friday Night Lights.
if you want to watch more or listen to more, then go there. But other than that, then you probably shouldn't. Anyways, Pax Pamir Second Edition, love it. You, sir?
I liked it again on our first playthrough. I was like, this is an interesting game. It's a tug of war. I wasn't completely sold on it. 3-player. It also helps that I won.
He likes it again.
But like, okay, at the end of this game, I was quivering.
I saw you shaking.
I was quivering with excitement.
I thought your blood sugar was low.
I think maybe I needed to eat a cookie.
I think you have hypoglycemia.
My blood pressure's high. I'm hypoglycemic.
But it's because you pulled off an amazing win.
Literally, Enrique had this in his grasp. He let it go. Sadly, he did not
From
know.
his small, dainty hands.
From his little hands, little sausage fingers.
Feminine sausage finger hands.
They're so soft, but calloused from the controllers of a PlayStation.
You know who likes sausages? Mike DeLizio.
Oh, yeah?
Enjoys a nice succulent sausage. I was listening to the recent episode of the
Sporadically Bored with
Yeah.
Richard Simpson.
Oh, I don't mention him.
That show was shite.
It
It
was
was
really-
shite for the short
It was
eyes.
a great show.
I don't do this often.
I LOL'd.
I LOL'd.
Yes.
When he was talking about the poster in Cora's room.
I did as well. And I
Good
see
show. Good show.
You have that same tennis poster. Anyways, so Enrique,
Yes.
Pax Pamir.
I wasn't done.
You are done now, sir. Pax Pamir.
I think it's
Even though
amazing.
Even though I had a bad start, still loved it.
Still loved it. I increased my love for it
Ooh, tenfold.
tenfold.
No.
Pax Pamir.
I increased my love for it 15-fold.
And here's why. The reason for it, previous episode you can listen to, but two, the feel of the game.
Literally the one before this one.
It is very much the end game of it is you trying to decide specifically what moves you're going to make. It's like a very complex chess game with multiple players where you're deciding using very limited mechanics of just buying and buying and playing.
There's two
cards.
actions.
Buying and playing cards.
But within those, others.
And the great great saying. There's two actions, but within those, infinite others. Oh, yes. But it's a great game. I love it.
That's why I'm not the guy.
But it feels more complex than what it actually is.
If you would point the microphone toward your face instead of your right shoulder, it would help.
My right shoulder is my good shoulder. I don't want to give you my cold shoulder.
Oh.
You know where that comes from, don't you?
No.
It comes from Iceland,
No.
where they frequently have cold shoulders.
No, it's not, actually.
because they go outside in the snow and dive downhill face first. The snow accumulates on the shoulders.
Shout out to Chris LaFleur and your
Involving-
shoulder diving team, Olympics. Actually, it's back in the old days where they would serve cold.
I was so glad to be with you guys.
They would serve shoulders of like
Shoulders.
beef and lamb and all that.
Oh.
They would serve it uncooked, like halfway cold. So you get the cold shoulder. It's like a guest would know you're not welcome. Get out.
Oh, snap.
Ah, snap.
Interesting.
Anyways,
Okay, so Enrique,
next game.
Pax Pamir.
He likes it.
You
Don't
liked
even
it,
ask
alright.
him. I'm tired.
Wait.
He's
Oh, wait,
picking at his
we did this.
mustache.
He was like sucking on his finger or something. Nibbling on his nails. Trimming his nails.
That's good for him.
Disgusting.
9 months. It's been a while.
Oh, God.
All that's lacking is those like 6-inch fingernails.
9-inch nails. Love
9-inch
them.
nails. Oh, like an animal.
Go ahead, please.
Who, me?
Yeah, what's the next game we were going to talk about?
Paper Tales, baby.
Oh, Paper Tales. I forgot about Paper Tales. I told you to buy Paper Tales because I thought I had a solo, and it didn't have a solo.
So we
it lacked the Hans.
we
Get it?
I went.
Hans.
No.
Solo.
No, thank you for pointing that out.
You're welcome.
It completely went over my head until you said, "Get it?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a reference."
Ah. I have a light above me that flashes. It says reference.
Actually, you do have a
Subtle references. Yes.
Great deal. So, Paper Tales, which I'm
Oh, no, what I was going to say is I went into Madness Games and Comics. And,
Madness Games Comics.
and I called Jerry because the thing is, oftentimes I will buy a game. I buy games on a whim. I'm a whim buyer.
Yeah, you just do it on.
I will look at something like, oh, that looks cool, and I'll buy it. Well, then Jerry will then tell me either he owns it already or he's played it and it's terrible. And I'm like, oh, crap. So now when I go into Madness Games and Comics, I call Jerry and I'm like, hey, what about this? What about that? What about this? I come upon Paper Tales, and I've heard good things about it. The card drafting game. You're building a kingdom. You have these units out there that you fight with. You have the constructions off to the side. And I'm like, what do you think? He's like, get it. It has a solo. I buy it. It does not have a solo. Now, all I had to do was turn over the box and read. It says clearly
But
2 to
that's
5
beyond
players.
you.
No, I will
The
not.
box says it's 2 to 4 players.
I
but
refuse.
Jerry says it's a solo. So I must go with him.
So I'm assuming the solo is with the expansion?
It is.
Yes.
Okay.
You just haven't expanded to your
I'm
mind.
not
enough.
expanded.
It has it though.
Paper Tales.
Paper Tales.
Are you looking it up right now?
Yes.
Tell me who the designer is
Who
of
did
this.
that? Who
'Cause I
did that?
want to know who did that.
Masato Yusugi?
Like him.
U-E-S-U-G-I.
Figure out what else he's made. What else has he made?
I'm assuming all I have to do on Board Game Geek is click his name. Paper Tales, Lost Legacy, Second Chronicle, Welcome to the Dungeon, Welcome back to the Dungeon, Welcome to the Dungeon,
Oh, that's that game where you... Yeah, we've played Welcome
and
to
then
the
Welcome
Dungeon.
back. So apparently it's good enough, you will return.
Me and Enrique both played Welcome to the Dungeon many years ago at the board game shop.
I
And
remember.
yes, where you're digging through stuff and you're
Yeah.
deciding push your luck game. Very interesting.
Yes.
Lost Legacy, Durian,
I don't know Durian.
12 Heroes,
Don't know them either.
Vorpals,
Vorpals?
Volcanus.
Volcanus.
That's all I know.
Don't know it.
Yes, Masato Yusugi.
Well, I will say that Paper Tales, made by Stronghold Games, is wildly underrated. What is it rated?
I don't know that it's underrated. It's rank overall is 946.
Okay. Maybe it's rated well.
I hear lots of people talk good about it. They talk good about it.
Well, I'm about to talk good about it as well. And so briefly, let me include our followers in how you play this game.
Talk good about it.
You have a tableau in front of you that's just 4 cards, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. The 2 cards that you put out front are your combat cards. They have a combat rating, right? 2 in the back are generally the cards that you try to place that produce something. It's a very simple game. And if the cards that you leave in your tableau, they age. And so you put these little ambiguous tokens on them. I don't know if they're cancer cells. I don't know if they're old age wart cells. I don't know if they're moons. What are those?
Coronavirus.
I don't know what those are. What are those little
They
tokens
catch it and then they're gone.
represent?
They're called aging.
Will you... Aging tokens.
Yes.
Yes, they're aging tokens. So they're moles. You put these little mole tiles, token
Mold.
on
What you said?
these cards. And then you know that the next round, those cards are going to die. Which is sad.
So sad.
Just a little bit, I guess.
But you get points from some of them dying.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Which is kind of nice.
Got knocked out.
Grandma died.
She had a will.
That's your will. You got
some money.
Yeah. But
My mother had my mother. I meant to say
gonna
my
get sad real
grandmother.
fast, isn't it?
Sorry. Okay, I can't.
Go ahead, talk about your mother.
I can't talk about. No, I can talk about my grandma. She had no money.
So she left you nothing.
We had nothing.
Oh.
I wish I had like rich grandparents or parents
Nah.
that could, a little something behind, a little something.
Well, here's the thing.
Instead, all I had was love from mom.
Well, let me just...
Dad, not so much.
Here's a nice way that you can think of this. When you inevitably die, because you will, probably soon.
We all will, right?
What are you going to leave your stepdaughter? Nothing but a board game collection.
Massive amounts of debt.
Massive amounts of debt.
And posters.
And
But
posters. You
glory.
got some sweet posters.
Yeah, Back to the Future, Hans Solo,
So
Wolverine.
I think what Paper Tales teaches us is always plan for death.
Plan for it because it's going to happen.
Because your
Ain't nothing you
cards-
can do going to stop it.
Your cards die off
The inevitable.
And then you
I
got-
think about it every day
all the time.
as I push my buggy down the aisle. That's why I say I'm living my life one aisle at a time.
Your life is more than halfway over. Oh, I got that. Good job, Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi?
Yeah, didn't he say that she's living...
Dominic Toretto said I live my life 1/4 mile at a time. I switched it to one aisle at a time, like an aisle in Walmart. That was genius, and you didn't even get it.
I just want to live while I'm alive. I'm thinking of It's My Life by Bon Jovi.
It's my life.
Yeah.
No.
So you mean to tell me I can't think of Dominic Toretto?
Living on a
I've
prayer.
watched 2 Fast and Furious shows. I've listened to hundreds of Bon Jovi songs.
What's your favorite song?
I have literally listened. I've watched.
What's your favorite song?
more-
I know mine right now.
I've watched more movies with Bon Jovi in it than I have Fast and the Furious.
What was he in?
U571.
Wow, was that the only movie he's been
Matthew
in?
McConaughey. And no, he was in something else.
Bon Jovi or Bryan Adams?
Ooh.
I will tell you right now.
Boy, that's hard.
I will tell you right now. We're
Go-
driving down the road the other day.
Okay, tell me.
We're looking for music to listen to.
All right.
I remember this song from Hope Floats.
Oh, Enrique, do you know Hope Floats?
You ever heard of Hope Floats starring Sandy
Of course
B?
not. Your bowel movements don't even float. Go ahead. That's a good burn, by the way.
They should float.
Go ahead.
That means you have good stool.
Not just a little stool.
Don't need a little stool. You need big stool, good stool.
Tell me about Bryan Adams.
Oh, that reminds me. One time we were working on this house when I was in construction. And you know that in the window, when you have a window.
Like in the window? I don't know. Tell me about your in the windows.
Like that window right there.
Oh,
like the piece of wood.
In
that
the
is-
windows.
In the window.
The seal.
The piece of wood that is flat.
Also like seal.
The piece of wood that's flat.
Yes.
It's called a stool.
It is?
And so, like, before they're all glued down and connected, they're all loose.
Loose.
So the contractor kept saying, well, you go around taking care of all those loose stools. And I was like, no, what? No, I will not be taking care of any loose stools.
Oh,
So anyway.
okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So
with your
there,
story.
Bryan Adams
Yes,
sang this song
Bryan
for Hope Floats called When you love someone.
Mm-hmm.
We listened to it on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
Sponsored by Spotify.
Thank you.
Literally brought me to tears.
We're on Pandora now.
And I was trying to make sure, because it said we need to connect. I don't know if we're connected or
How
not.
do we connect with Pandora?
It said to do it from your website. Our website is now defunct. I don't know if we can do it from Podbean or not.
Dadgummit.
So I had emailed and sent in all our information to Pandora. I'm hoping maybe miraculously they're just getting it. I will have to double check. Okay, that's I will deal with that. That's what do they call that? When you're like taking care of stuff in podcast? Housekeeping. That's some housekeeping we'll take care of later.
Yeah,
so anyway, I got to thinking about all the Bryan Adams songs. Enrique's like completely tuned out. Has no idea what we're talking about. Please forgive me.
Right. I will.
When you love someone.
I do.
When a man loves a woman.
All the time.
Summer of 69.
Wasn't there, but I kind of was.
Heaven.
Yes.
Heaven was my first exposure to Bryan Adams. Love that song. Heaven, Summer 69, and When You Love Someone. All amazing songs. And I was never a big, like, his voice isn't that great. It's just raspy.
It is raspy.
It's a super raspy voice.
And he's Canadian.
But he oh, I bet he's super nice. Rodney Smith is probably friends with him.
Whatever. Go on.
Maybe we can get on Watch It Played too. Maybe they'll recruit us along with everybody else.
I doubt it. They got that Matthew Jude.
Man, dude, he is gorgeous.
I hate his hat.
His beanie?
His beanie. Beanies are for kids.
But Bryan Adams or Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi's best song ever was Always.
I think you're right. Bon Jovi has been in the following movies: Young Guns 2, Stand Up Guys.
He was in those movies or just sang for them?
Pay It
because his
Forward.
song was Blaze of Glory.
Well, I don't.
Going down. Like that was the theme song.
It lists him as an actor.
Oh, okay.
So if he's an actor, his name is John Francis Bongovelia Jr. I did not pronounce that word.
Bongovelia?
He has 15 credits as an actor. He was in 30 Rock. He was on Las Vegas as himself. The West Wing as himself. Pay It Forward. I don't remember that. He was Ricky on Pay It Forward. That's
I
interesting.
don't even know what Pay It Forward is.
That's that one with the little kid that could see dead people. He was going around doing nice things and then he got stabbed. Don't you remember
That'll learn you.
That'll teach you. Did you remember? I think he got stabbed. I can't remember.
I just said I've never seen that. Never heard of it.
You've never remember Pay It Forward? Well,
I wonder what's Bon Jovi's net worth. Let's look
Pay
it up.
It Forward has
Live on
Helen
air.
Hunt, Haley Joe Osment. That's the little kid. And Kevin Spacey. And James Caviezel. Jim Caviezel. We know him.
James. We call him James.
We call it Jim. Yeah.
We're familiar. Jim.
Your name's not James, you're Jim.
You're Jim to us.
All right. So anyways, just
Bon Jovi's net worth, $410 million.
he's got a lot of good songs, man.
I'd be Bon Jovial with that much.
Oh, yes.
I did all that just for that joke.
I know. I knew you was doing something. You were putting a lot of effort into that, and I couldn't figure out where you were going with that.
I think we need to end it there. This has been amazing. Best day of my life.
Wait a minute.
What?
Ricky's here.
Hey, good to see you.
Say something to the fans.
Hi.
No, use your real
No,
voice.
you don't have to look up to the fan.
No,
We're talking
no,
about to the
you-
listeners.
Say something. God.
He looked up towards the fan. Hello.
Why do we even have you?
Because I'm
He thought it was for our fans only.
Use your man voice.
Oh, fine. What do you want?
Say something to the fans and to the people and let them know that they've missed you.
I know.
We've had more emails asking about whether you were dead. I circulated a rumor. So,
to get new listeners.
yeah, we're
Oh,
trying to get new
God.
listeners. So there may have been a Patreon in your name.
I'm sorry, what?
But never mind. Just say something heartfelt to the listeners. Or funny.
Funny?
Or cool. I don't care. Just say something.
Say something to
I
Rick.
somewhat love you all.
And on that note,
Somewhat like a kumquat.
we
And you talk, and I'm going to sing us out.
Pax Pamir Second Edition.
Love someone.
Great. We love it. Also, Paper
You'll
Tales.
do anything.
Very light, very surprising. It's
You'll
pretty
do all
good.
the crazy
I enjoyed it.
things
So,
that you can't explain.
on that note, friends,
You'll shoot the moon,
we'd like to thank you for listening
put out the sun.
to this very special episode.
When you love someone,
Enrique, say goodbye.
Later.
Thank you for listening to the Board Game Snobs. Stay classy.